Thanks for watching another episode of Rider Nation Station. Help us help you by subscribing on YouTube or following us on Facebook.
Albert Sporting Goods, American Legion Post 323, Auglaze Equipment Rental, Capabilities, David Wabacher Attorney, Eagles 767, FCA, Fowler's TV, Freedom Marketing Strategies, Grand Lake Roofing, Guarneri's Pizzeria, Jackalope Stash, Larry Schaff Auto Sales, Laura Yelton State Farm, MHS Alumni Foundation, Miller Funeral Homes, Minster Bank, Plus One Professional Real Estate, Rider Rooters, Roots Pub, St. Mary's Foundry, Sean Barnett Electrical, Spees Chiropractic and Wellness Center, Spring Street Storage, TSC, and Varsity Lanes.
Welcome to another beautiful night of soccer. A little bit of a windy night, but we do have some sunshine trying to peek out. Looks like we might stay dry for the rest of the night. I don't know about the field. I don't know about the girls out here on the field, but I don't think we're going to get any more rain. So we have the Lady Riders tonight will face off against a WBL opponent, the Elida Bulldogs. I've got Pat Larkin here with me. I'm Seth Hertenstein. We're going to be your coverage here tonight, and we're going to kick it off to our PA announcer here in just a second.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Board of Education and Administration of St. Mary's Memorial High School, we welcome you to beautiful Rough Rider Field for tonight's WBL match and Youth Nights featuring our guests, the Elida Bulldogs, and your St. Mary's Memorial Lady Riders. In order to make this match as enjoyable as possible, please represent your school and your community in a positive and respectful manner by following the rules, speaking and acting responsibly, showing courtesy and respect for all involved, including fans, officials, coaches, administrators, and of course, your team and their opponents. Let's respect each other and of course, respect the game. Ladies and gentlemen, we live in a nation with freedoms like no other. So to celebrate those freedoms, and those who have defended, and those who are currently defending, we ask that you please stand, remove your hats, as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner. Tonight's officials have been selected in accordance with the procedures adopted by the Ohio High School Athletic Association. Let us welcome and thank Doug Billerman and Randy Forrester for being a part of today's match. And now let's meet the teams. First for our guests, the Elida Bulldogs. They are coached by Mitch Mumford, along with his assistants Ed Kuhn, Bob Jones, Bailey Long, and Sienna Kuhn. The starters for the Bulldogs tonight are number 1, Brianna Patrick with Kendra Gudicky. Number 2, Julia Thomas. Number 3, Kylie Wallace with Ellie Good. Number 4, Lexi Good with Izzy Good. Number 6, Jordan Gladden. Number 10, Ava Overholt with Hadley Overholt. Number 12, Marcia Bell with Naomi Bell. Number 13, Savannah Swickrath. Number 15, Kelsey Wallace with Addie Good. And number 18, Delaney Blaine with Joey Blaine. And in net tonight for the Bulldogs, number 0, Cheyenne Bowers. And now for your Lady Riders. The Riders are coached by Nick Wilson along with his assistants Jeff James and Ashley Petruski. The starters for the Lady Riders this evening are number 2, freshman Jillian Jacobs with Nate. Number 7, junior Sophie Maker with Laura. Number 8, junior Lauren Jacobs with Olivia. Number 12, senior Jillian Honderland with Kennedy. Number 14, senior captain Reese Rabel with Bryn. Number 17, sophomore Kendall Davis with Eden. Number 21, sophomore Piper Triplett with MJ. Number 25, senior captain Kelly Holsinger with Brandy. Number 26, sophomore Claire Turner with Grace. And number 27, senior captain Emma Freewald with Molly. And in goal tonight for the Lady Riders, number 23, senior Leah Brackman with Riley. We want to wish both teams the best of luck, and we want to welcome you once again to Rough Rider Field in tonight's match between the Lady Riders and the Elida Bulldogs.
All right, welcome back. As I said, we have a WBL matchup tonight. The Lady Riders are going to play the Elida Bulldogs. They've got similar records in overall and in the league. The Riders are 7-7 on the season, 4-2 in the WBL, and Elida is 7-5 and 4-3 in the WBL. So it should be a tight game. Interested to see how the field conditions will come in play, if the wind will come in play. What do you think, Pat? You got anything to?
Well, you can definitely
Pre-game?
see there's still some muddy spots on the field, so I definitely think the field conditions going to come into play. The ball's going to slide. It's going to be a slick field, and you don't have those long cleats in. You're going to be sliding all over the place. So field's definitely going to come into play. Wind, yeah, see if it picks up a little bit, but always an option.
And if you tuned in last night, the varsity boys didn't have too much problem with the field, but you could see as the game wore on towards the end, the field conditions did start to, you could see some mud, you could see some slipping. So it's a whole nother night of more feet tramping down on that field, so it's probably going to get a little bit messier
Well,
for
when
them.
you get to this time of the season, you've played so many games on it, it just naturally wears down. And, of course, the rain we've gotten recently hasn't helped any.
Rain, I didn't even notice.
Yeah, well, you know, you don't notice a lot of things.
Great insight from Pat Larkin tonight. Neither of us have been involved with the girls program here recently, so but we have watched. We do know a thing or two about soccer, so hopefully we can contribute to the game tonight, maybe educate you a little bit and talk you through this game. Got Sophie Manker with the ball early. She sprays it out wide.
Back two.
Riders are pushing early. Like to see that. Clearly they're hungry. Kendall Davis with a shot, but drifts a little wide. Trickles into the box. I have not seen Elida play since preseason. I reffed one of the games in the preseason. They like to play with a lot of energy. Their coach is very high energy. He was actually my mentoring teacher several years ago, and he was very energetic in the classroom, and I've seen him very energetic on the sideline as well. So expect that from Elida tonight. As they dribble down the sideline, good combination, and an open opportunity on the side, but she's puts it wide.
Yeah, well, it's WBL matchup, so you know that everybody's going to come to play. Should be a good night. You've already seen both opportunities from both teams right now, so should be a good back and forth.
Yeah, hopefully we see plenty more opportunities. We don't want a boring game, Like to be exciting, especially in a WBL match. Unfortunately, both of these teams are probably not going to win the WBL this year, but there's always still hope with a couple games remaining. But OG and Shawnee both in a pretty tight race there. That not sure anybody's going to catch either one of those. Nice play back to the keeper, and the keeper just, I assume that was an on-purpose boot out of bounds for a throw.
If it wasn't on purpose, it was one heck of a bad kick.
Riders throw it in, but nobody there to receive it. Keeper smartly comes out, grabs the ball.
You can hear the goalie talking from here, so that's going to be a good sign for them tonight. It's coming out early. Maybe they can take advantage of that.
Yep, and Pat is a pretty good with the keeper, so that's definitely one of the things I'm sure you work on with your keepers early from a young age, being the loudest one on the field.
Absolutely. You got to let them know you're coming, because if you're coming out, you're leaving that goal wide open for everybody. So you got to get that ball.
And Pat, can you think of a young fellow that maybe talks too much, maybe is too loud back there that you've coached?
Never.
No, you can't
Never.
think of anybody.
You can never
okay.
be too loud back there.
Okay. I was thinking of somebody named Doc that likes to talk maybe a hair too much.
I'll give you that one. Doc does talk maybe a little bit too much, but I always equate it to this: when you're back there, you have the greatest view of anybody else on the field. You can quarterback from anywhere. So if you're a goalkeeper and you're back there, especially with your defense, you got to tell them what you see, because they might not be paying attention to that.
Yep. And that's better to be talking too much than not enough.
Yes.
So, yeah, you'll take that any day. Riders win the ball back pretty quick. I like the possession. They've got a wide option. If they want it, then they use it. Playing pretty smart soccer right now. Probably needs a little bit of help.
Yep, we're stuck down in the corner.
See if Elida can get out of it, but no, they cannot. The Riders win it back pretty quick.
Oh, good ball, Emma. Good ball.
We do have somebody crashing on the backside. It looks like Claire Turner, but can't quite get to it fast enough. But, yeah, great ball from Free Walt. Puts it in there, but the Riders can't quite connect. If they can keep doing that all night, they're definitely going to get some good opportunities.
Absolutely.
Especially,
that's where you want it, right there.
Yep, especially with the field conditions. Player might slip, ball might bounce off somebody funny, might skip off the ground funny. She was onside. The number 13 was offside, but the girl that ran through was onside. We have some disagreement over here, but if you ask me, she was onside. The person that got the ball made her run through the middle.
But regardless, we're not on the field, so play stands.
All right, we do have a goal kick, but Elida wins it back, but turns it over pretty quickly. The Riders are looking for a quick counter here.
Yep. We got good depth running through our line.
And you notice the back four pushing up, go right there with them. Very well-connected team. I like to see that. I always hate when my defense sits back and I have to yell at them to get up. Great opportunity for a follow. Goalkeeper gives it up. Hopefully we're not going to see a card here. She is going to warn her.
Yep.
I don't know if we have a replay. I didn't see any contact, but maybe there was. We'll see it here on the replay.
From the goalie's reaction, I think her trailing leg there might have just caught her.
That's one where, as long as he doesn't give the card, we're fine.
Yep.
The ref there, he just wants to keep everybody safe, so he's just warning her, and as long as she doesn't do anything like that again, she'll be fine. But
Yep. And when you're a goalie, you got to expect that stuff. If you're going to get on the ground, that's going to happen.
Yep.
I hate mothers of goalkeepers. They have the worst job in the world, because it's going to be one of the most dangerous ones.
You feel for mothers.
Yeah, sorry. That's what I misspoke.
Jeez.
Yes, my bad.
Gonna have some attacks here on us if you say that.
I apologize. Mothers, apology from Peaches.
You love them. You love them all. You just fear for them.
I feel for them. Any mothers of goalkeepers.
All right, the Riders got a good opportunity here for a free kick. Sophie Manker on top of the ball here, looking to shoot. Keeper makes a pretty easy save out of that. Like to see a little bit more power shot. If that's what she's going for, a shot, I'd like to see some more power myself, especially from that range. And if you've seen Sophia Manker shoot, she's definitely got some power. So
you want to make sure it gets on frame, but then after that, you got to put some more power behind that.
Yeah, certainly better than putting it over
20 feet over,
the concession stand there. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Wet night like tonight, yeah, the ball could bounce out of her hand. So I get the idea, but maybe just a hair more power. Elida trying to get it out of their end. Riders have been pretty quick all night about winning the ball back, but this one does squeak through. Nice run from number 4 here. Piper triplet goes in to win. Doesn't quite get it all.
St. Mary's is right there to scoop it back up. Quick counter.
They do have some speed up there. Sophie Manker gets the ball in the middle, looking to go 1v1. She loves a 1v1. She'll see if she can get past her, but she can't quite. Claire Turner hustles the ball down. Sophie's going to look for a cross. Great ball. Can they put it in?
Oh!
That was pretty close to going in itself.
Yeah.
And I'm not even close to the ball, and I could see that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You could have touched that with a fingernail or a hair or something.
That's one of those plays, Coach, where I am screaming at my players. You run through the ball, you get anything on it, even slap it in with your hand if you have to.
Yeah. Messi does that.
Yeah. maybe see what you can get away with there. You know, I don't encourage cheating, but better than letting the ball go past you.
Yeah, there. you got to get something on that.
That goal could come back to haunt you later on. Riders get the ball on top of the box. Sophia Manker one around. I would love to see the left back make a run up there. Julian Tomberlin could do that for her, but that's not quite the Lady Rider style, so it's all right.
We're certainly getting enough shots on goal. If we keep it up, one of these is bound to go in.
Yep. Keep knocking on the door. One of the times, ball's going to find the back of the net. Elida trying to possess out of the back, but the Riders are pretty quick to shut that down. Elida is looking. They're not playing long. They're not kicking and chasing. I like this kind of soccer.
Doing a great job in the middle there. She owns that midfield right now. She's not letting anybody get by without her getting something.
Yep,
on
and you may have noticed there, her and the other girl had some eye-to-eye contact, maybe some possible words. She's letting Elida know that she is the boss out here. Don't come in her midfield. Don't mess with her. She's doing it with her play, and it looks like maybe her eyes too. Intimidation. I like it. It's definitely something I ask my daughter to do very often, but she's quite the opposite.
Well, I'm sure you had some of those moments in your playing days.
Yeah, I usually got pretty feisty in there. Anytime I could make my presence felt, I did. And then when you foul somebody, you want to foul them in the middle of the field. So Emma's not going to be too afraid to do that. She's actually had a couple fouls tonight that haven't been called. They've been play-ons or missed calls, but they've all been in the midfield, so I don't mind it at all. See if Rabel plays the ball to the corner. Instead, she plays it in the middle, but finds an open Sophia Manker.
And Sophie plays it wide, and Elida's right there to scoop it up.
Manker's got the ball on the outside again. Looks to play a ball a little bit over the top for Claire Turner, but just too far. Keeper grabs it.
We're really making this Elida goalkeeper work tonight.
Yeah, she's touched the ball multiple times. I think the Riders goalkeeper maybe once.
Yeah, and that was, I think, for a goal kick.
Yeah. Pretty close.
Yep.
All right, very tight. I think probably because the last one was so close and it wasn't called. That's one of those things for referees, and I'll be honest here, folks. You don't want to make the coach angry too many times in a row because then you're going to lose him. He's going to just think everything you do is wrong. So tight call, you might be influenced to call it instead of letting it go. Sometimes refs guess, folks. Believe it or not.
What?
They don't really know. That's a tough call to make. That was very tight, just like the last one.
Especially when you have a two-man team like this. Mm-hmm. It's very hard to always be in that position. Yep. Ooh, we can see some physicality there from Elida.
Yep, they're not happy with Freewald's presence in the middle, so they're trying to give it back. We'll see how that continues out here. WBL match is always tight, always physical. This one looks onside. She's got some speed. Looks like Piper's trying to chase her down. Catches her, but Elida still gets a shot, and Bracken makes a nice save.
Yeah, Elida's really playing a good style here where they're not possessing the ball, but when they do get it, they are making the most out of their opportunities.
Yeah, number 4's got the ball. There's only 2 of them up here.
Yep.
She doesn't have a whole lot of help.
And
They don't look to be
You
pushing.
got 2 more trailing coming in now.
Yep.
So you got something on the backside if she can get a cross off.
Yep, this is really the first they've possessed the ball down here in this third of the field. Their other options have been on through balls because the Riders play a very high flat line, so they're looking for those through balls. And they've succeeded a couple times now, so the Riders got to be careful.
Yeah, because all it takes is one of those.
Yep.
That number 4 gets a better shot on that last one, and that's a goal.
Yep. And in that case, the defense was not flat. They were not moving up together. So 4 found some space in behind 2 of the defenders that pushed up, and there was 2 defenders back that were keeping her onside. Several subs in here. Got 38 for the Riders coming in. That is Eliana Weigel.
And
Coming in for Reese Rabel. And a whole bunch of Elida
yeah, we
players.
got 21 for the Bulldogs, which is Anika Bach. And I think number 9, Isabella Gibson as well. And there was a third one I missed. We might come back and get that later if we can.
And I'll be honest, folks, I'm a homer. I'm a Riders fan, so I'm going to give you a lot about the Riders and just a little bit about Elida. So sorry if we missed some things. This is Rider Nation Station, so we're going to give you Rider coverage.
We're a little biased.
If you tuned in to listen for some positive talk about Elida, you're probably in the wrong station. But please keep listening, or turn us on mute and just watch. You might like it that way better.
Wait a minute, you're
anyway.
allowed to do that?
My wife mutes me all the time. Yours doesn't?
Well, yeah, but I'm at home.
No. Okay. Manker plays it wide. Claire Turner plays it to the middle, but can't quite find anything. So Sophie Manker with a shot, but just high.
Yeah, we're getting down to that end of the field very quickly, and then we're being very surgical with what we're doing with the ball, trying to get it in there.
Yeah, a lot of times not forcing it, which is great. That's what you mean. That's what you like to see. Every once in a while, you want to maybe force something if the shots aren't falling.
Mm-hmm.
But for the most part, yeah, take your time. Wait for something to open up. Elida trying to build out of the back. I like the idea, but you got to be able to do it.
Yep.
That's one of those things where if, as the game goes on, they keep turning the ball over in the back, you're probably going to see them start to play it well.
Well, and we're pressuring the ball so well up there that they can't possess it. We are jumping those balls before they can get it out of there. Just that little gust of wind up here, folks.
Yeah,
trying
sorry.
to save the tent.
All right, I think we're good.
All right.
Sorry, folks.
Yeah. Back to Rider Nation play.
Got some subs in here. Looks like Allison Ankerman checked in.
Sophia.
Caitlin Liette. Kendall Davis with the ball, looking for her options. Doesn't see what she likes on the right, so she goes back to the middle. Middle's very tight. Good chance to drop the ball out and maybe move it around, create some more space.
Yeah, they're crashing in the center very much. If we're going to get opportunities, we got to get the ball a little bit farther out there, unless we're going to be super quick about it.
Goal kick for Elida. Be interesting to see if the Riders' back line adjusts at all with a couple through balls that have gotten through onside. You definitely want to see, as that ball's ready to be played, you want to see their hips turn and ready to run, not standing flat-footed, definitely not standing facing the ball.
No.
You want to see those hips turn.
When where you see right now, number 8 stumping up, grabbing this ball for us. That stops the play right there. By stepping in there, they don't even get the chance to pass to the through ball.
Yeah, sometimes you see defensive mid in that role, but the Riders are counting on Jacobs to step up there to handle that. Curious if that's kind of their idea from the beginning or if they recently made that adjustment, because I haven't seen that yet.
I agree. That's the first I've seen that. That might be an adjustment.
Elida with another goal kick. See if the Riders can win it back again. As we said, Elida's trying to build out of the back. Haven't had much success yet tonight. They do have some skill. So as we said, this is probably going to be a pretty tight game. The Riders have definitely dominated on the attacks, but haven't had anything show for it yet.
Still 0-0 on the scoreboard.
Riders are kind of letting them control it here.
Yep.
They're just kind of sitting back and letting them possess.
We got numbers back, though. They're really only attacking with about 3 or 4 at a time.
Yeah. So being patient back there in defense, there's nothing wrong as long as you are ready to play defense when you need to.
Absolutely.
Keeper clears it. Anchorman wins it here in the midfield. Most of those long clears, the Riders have had no problem winning.
No, you haven't. You really haven't seen Elida win many of those long clears or those punts by the keeper. We're right there eating those up, and those could be the difference in the game when it comes down to it.
Yeah, and that may be a big reason why they're trying to play short, build out his back, because they just don't have the girls that want to win it or maybe are capable of winning.
Right.
Ball played across the middle to looks like Holsinger.
She's trying to play it out, just couldn't get there quick enough.
Elida with the clear, but rolls right to Kendall Davis, and the Riders get possession back again.
And now we're going to try to possess out of the back. Which I don't know if that's the smartest move with number 4. She is a feisty one.
Yeah, 4 is a good player to watch. What name do we have on her?
Number 4 on the roster, Lexi Good.
And notice only a sophomore. I know quite a few Elida families that have the last name Good, and they are very good soccer players. No pun intended. So I imagine she's from that family. So yeah, she's going to be one to watch for the future. Only a sophomore, and already the best player, in my opinion, on the Elida field.
I mean, from what we've seen so far, it's hard to argue that. She's the one getting in the attack. She's the one breaking our line up at midfield. So I'm sure there's others that probably would disagree with us, but from what we've seen so far, I would say number 4 is probably their top
I don't
girl.
know. I don't think anybody disagrees with us ever. Have you ever had anybody disagree with you?
My wife.
Not mine.
No.
We got Riley Ludicky checking in. We've got Emma Freewalt back in the game, and Reese Rabel. Riders want to throw in, trying to go quick.
Going down
Manker.
the sidelines.
Manker with the ball. Quick turnover, but Elida clears it up.
We were seeing Manker just everywhere on that offensive line. She's going left to right everywhere. She's not staying in the center.
Yep, and that shows a great striker there. Especially as a junior, you love to see that, because that means her senior year she's probably going to be even better, even more dangerous.
Yeah, the one thing you don't want is a forward that's lazy and is just waiting for you to give them the ball. She's going after it, trying to get the ball.
Yep. She's got pretty good speed, pretty good foot skill, great powerful shot. So she's got multiple different things, multiple different ways to hurt you. So Riders want to find her as much as possible. Riders killed the through ball there, which has been Elida's most dangerous attack. Should have a handball here. Refs don't call it.
And the coaching staff is not happy with that one. We got another offsides by Elida.
Yep, and that one was pretty tight too. Lots of tight calls here for offside. Here's a replay. And whew, that is very close.
That's close. Because you got to remember, it's when the ball is kicked.
Yep.
It's not where it is when she gets it. It's when the ball is kicked. Where is she at?
Yep. And again, you might have some influence here, and people don't like to hear this, but as long as you complain nicely to the refs, not too obnoxiously, the refs can get influenced. They don't. It's not their goal to make you mad. So if you get upset a little bit, yeah. If they get upset a little, if their coaches get upset a little bit, the refs want to keep it just a little bit. So tight calls sometimes can be influenced, as I said before. That one looks on to me. Good call. Sideline over here is not very happy. I'm not sure I agree.
Well, but that's how they're trying to play it. They're trying to get
some influence.
Exactly. There, because that's how they're going to stop her.
Yep.
Now if she starts making angled runs or anything like that, then we're real in trouble. But right now, they're hoping to get the offsides off of her.
Yep.
That's how they're going to stop her.
Yeah, and she has timed it up quite well several times. So she knows what she's doing.
Yep.
Even though she's only a sophomore, she's definitely an experienced player.
And all it takes is once.
Yep. Riders spray it wide, but nobody there to get it. Ball stays in bounds, though, so Riders can win it back.
And
touch it
bounce
out of
off
bounds.
the rider and let it ball. Got a couple subs here.
Got 25, Kelly Holsinger checking back into the game for Riley Ludicky.
Number 11, Elena Howard. Number 12, Mara Bell. And for Lady Riders, number 25, Kelly Holsinger.
Riders trying to build it up, but don't quite have enough help. Like to see a good switch there every once in a while just to mix things up. Riders got the ball, looking for that long through ball. She's definitely offside if she beats everybody to the ball, and she does.
Ooh.
But Kendall Davis says no thanks.
That's a smart defensive move there.
Yeah, it looked like Elida was going to be in, but Kendall decided not on her watch.
No. Got in front of there and stopped her just enough.
Riders got to be careful there. Number 4 did not have much space, but she created just enough. Look at the replay here. You'll notice how tight of space she has. She takes a great touch and creates her own space and rips a shot through a couple defenders.
She turns her hips just a little bit more to the left, and that's going upper corner.
Yeah. She is a very dangerous player.
Very smart. That play before, she didn't take it. She distributed it across the field. So she's going to be dangerous not only in the shooting game, but also in her passing game.
Riders got some space out here on the wing. Pretty tight in the middle. Elida gives it right back. Free ball gets clipped a little bit, but the refs are not calling those. The refs are letting a lot go tonight.
Yeah, you're seeing a very physical game. Ooh.
Keep your head. You want to see her keep your good thing they call that one, because if not, the sideline over here and free ball probably not going to be too happy.
Yep, and here we got a replay.
Girl comes in, hits her.
And you get
from
sandwiched
behind,
right
a little
from behind.
forearm.
Yep.
If the ref sees that forearm, there's probably going to be a card there. So he just saw her on the ground and said he better call it. Sophie Manker gets a shot backside and buries it.
Sophie Manker.
Don't give her that space. We said it before, folks. She's got skill. She's got power. She's going to find the back of that net.
And if you look at this shot here, it's not a great angle, but she takes a really accurate shot to the back post. That's a hard shot to make where you're at, where she's at.
Yep, and you'll notice the goalkeeper on the front post here. Sophie picks her head up, sees that, and easily hits the side netting. With 16 minutes left here, the Riders take a 1-0 lead, but they got to be careful not to give it right back, because Elida has been knocking on the door down here as well. Haven't had quite as many opportunities, but certainly get some dangerous chances. Elida, again, trying to possess it out. Can't quite find that final ball, but the Riders turn it over, looking to play her in, and she's on. See what kind of speed 3 has.
Yeah, and they're getting numbers up now, and they got some depth.
Jillian Jacobs chases her down, breaks her down, and gets a deflection on the ball. Elida defender comes to the back and fouls Reese Rabel
She
there.
is not happy either. You can tell that she kicked that ball after the fact.
Referee, because of multiple, we call that persistent infringement in the ref books. Because of multiple fouls by the same player, he's going to card her. It's not for that specific foul. That is for multiple fouls.
Yeah, you might not have seen it at home, but he pointed to 3 different spots on the field. So that means persistent infringement. She had 3 different similar fouls, and this last one was just kind of the icing on the cake.
And I'm pretty sure the one where he pointed over there was wrong, but we'll let it go. I think it was about 4 inches to the right, but we'll let it go.
You think 4? I was thinking more like 6.
Yeah. All right, the Riders trying to get it out of the back, just play it long just to be safe. Smart choice. Ball bouncing around quite a bit, and we find Rabel on the wing here. Plays the ball to Manker. Manker's probably going to use some skill. And wisely plays the drop pass.
If you look at our offensive line, we are in our perfect positions now. We're right in between all of their defenders in those half spaces. And if we can get that ball off, that's going to get a lot of opportunities.
Yep, and you like to see when that ball is moved, a couple people move, a couple people make a different run as that ball travels. But yeah, finding those gaps first is important, and then a little bit of movement as the ball is played. Lauren Jacobs steps up to defend, so they pull her out of position. That's the dangerous thing. If you've got the flat 4 and you pull a defender out, means you only got 3 left, folks.
They're trying to do that give and go to 4, and if you had just a little bit better of a ball, number 4 was going to be off to the races.
I'm not sure why the keeper didn't pick that up. I did not see a pass back. Maybe I missed it, but she could have picked it up, but she just clears it instead.
I was going to say, I definitely didn't see an intentional pass back, but maybe she's just playing it safe.
Yeah, sometimes people don't know. Not a wise touch there. Elida, number 4, gets that ball. Triplet chases her down, forces her to take less of a shot than what she wanted. Good recovery from Triplet. Probably made a mistake to give her the ball, but works hard to get it back. That's what you love to see from your players. Mistakes are going to happen. You're
Absolutely.
Gonna make them.
Especially with a player as good as number 4, she's going to capitalize. And we're letting her through, but we're catching up to her, and she's feeling us, so she doesn't get the good shot that she wants.
Yep.
She's getting an okay shot, but she would probably want to take another 1 or 2 touches in closer and get a much better shot than what she's getting.
Yeah, and we should probably give some credit to Brackman there for a nice save.
Absolutely.
She's been pretty rock solid tonight so far.
She's had good hands. She's not giving them anything. Even if there were any people crashing the goal, I don't think they'd be able to get the ball the way she's stopping it tonight.
Yep. And they did take her out, so it should give the Riders a little bit of breathing time here. The defenders a few moments to catch their breath. Hopefully the Riders can keep it down in the attack a little bit longer now. But right now, Elida is looking to counter. They do have some space, a great ball into space.
Yep.
13 runs onto it. She's got some people in the middle. The Riders do have numbers back, so they should be able to defend it well. And Triplet knocks it down, but can't quite get the clearance she wants. But good way to stop the counter. Julian Jacobs on the defense. Nice and calm. Halco steps. Jacobs steps. Tomberlin maybe needs to be a little bit more patient, but wins the ball back.
Well, we're making sure we get multiple people to the ball. We're not just letting them get any one-on-ones. We're seeing 2, sometimes 3 people swarming on the ball.
Yeah, exactly, and that's a sign of great team, great defense. Riders are doing some really good things tonight.
And here we got a counter.
Yep, would love to see a run to the corner from Holsinger, but she kind of stands in the middle, doesn't have much movement, and you'll see Elida's got 3 defenders right there in the middle, not a single one on this right side.
That's where you kind of have to direct them as the passer. You got to send that ball to flag.
Yep.
And let them run onto it. Elida has horses, but we got horses too, and they can run.
Jacobs very patient here on defense. Tomberlin steps, doesn't quite get the touch she wants. Elida gets a shot off, but pretty weak shot, so easy save for Brackman.
Sometimes those easy saves are the hardest ones, especially when you got the field conditions that we have. One misstep or just take your eye off the ball for a second, and those can be devastating goals.
And we saw that a couple nights ago in the Shawnee game for the boys, unfortunately, and that was an important goal. It does happen. That's why it's important to stay focused.
It happens everywhere. You play goal, you've had one of those. You've had one of those you wish you could have back.
Absolutely. You just hope it doesn't happen in an important moment. And tonight it would definitely be an important moment as far as the scoreboard says right now.
Absolutely, especially right now. We've seen Elida kind of come back to life offensively. We haven't been able to get it much past half field the past 5-6 minutes.
Since the Riders have made some substitutions here, their last substitutions, they haven't been able to control it out of the back, having a lot of attempted clears that are just kind of not going where they need to go. Elida's possessing the ball around. Not getting anywhere yet, but that's the ball they're looking for. She was in offside position, but the Riders win it, so no offside call.
Yep. Right into him.
Refs are starting to tighten the game up here a little bit. They're seeing these fouls, and they're realizing we probably better keep it tight.
You got to, or else the game's going to get out of hand for you. So good call there, keeping everything under control.
Yep, so you might see some. That is definitely a handball.
Yeah.
But that's one of those where 2 refs instead of 3. It's kind of hard to see. Sophie Manker coming back in the game, Emma Freewalt, and Eliana Weigel.
Number 38, Eliana Weigel. Number 27, Emma Freewalt.
Yep, so it looks like we got a good chunk of our attack back, so look for the Riders to start keeping possession up on the attacking third for hopefully the rest of the half.
Looks like the ball's going to roll out for a corner for the Riders. This is the first corner for the Riders tonight, so see what kind of corner they run. Is that a short one there?
They ran a short one. And,
it went out for throw-in. That makes sense.
Our
I
apologies.
was going to say, I didn't see the kick. I was looking at the scoreboard, so no corners yet. Elida's got a man down. As long as it's not a head injury, the refs usually let it go. Got some false celebration here, folks. That was over the goal. Good look. But again, if that player goes down with an injury, as long as it's not a head injury or a serious injury, most of the time the refs let play go so we don't stop an advantage.
And for Elida, number 4, Good. What was her name? Now I have the wrong paper.
Lexi Good, I believe it was.
There you go. Thank you. Yes, Lexi Good is back on the field.
All right, so Elida maybe get a couple more opportunities here in the last 9 minutes. And just remember, folks, any good striker needs players to give her some good through balls, and her teammates certainly have done that tonight. So as much as we've talked about Lexi, her teammates are doing a nice job setting her up.
Absolutely. You know, the midfielders sometimes are your unsung heroes. You might not always get the goal or the glory, but you're the one there setting it up.
Nice ball played into the box.
Weigel on the backside.
Gets a good touch on it. Doesn't quite get where she wants to be, but a great ball played in there from Jillian Tomberlin.
And that was great awareness by Weigel there, because it went over one of her players and several Elida players, and she's right there to scoop it up.
And Elida keeper throws the ball out there to the middle, and not a wise choice, because Freewalt grabs the ball and dribbles in and takes a dangerous shot. I wouldn't expect to see the keeper do that again.
She's honing in. She gets one or two more of those, and she's going to start getting them on frame, and that's going to be really dangerous for Elida then.
Yeah, she reminds me of a fellow or an old Rough Rider by Emma Wibbler. Love those long shots, very dangerous long shots. Would win the ball a lot in the midfield there, and dribble into space and find some beautiful shots.
And those are so hard. If you do it right and you're really good at it, those are so hard to defend.
Yeah. Elida tries to find a couple more through balls. Lexi Good tries to come back for the ball, but doesn't quite get a hold of it. Freewalt dominating that midfield. Needs to find somebody, and she does.
Finds a defender, and we're running up the sidelines.
I think we got Claire Turner over there on the sideline trying to do something with the ball, but can't quite get what she wants.
Got a couple of subs here, or one sub for Elida. You know, it rained earlier today, but it's just a gorgeous night for soccer, don't you think, Seth?
Yeah, this is my kind of weather. Maybe a little drizzle sprinkled in there. Gives that rain always gives me a little bit of electricity. Makes me really get pumped up. But yeah, the temperature's great. As long as the wind's not too bad, it's great.
Perfect soccer weather. You got great fans. You even got Kona Ice here tonight for youth night. So what more could you ask for on a Tuesday night in October?
Yeah, it is great to see some of the youth out here. Some of the younger guys were here for the guys and girls here for the JV game. Several of them stuck around for the varsity game. Love to see the youth get involved. Like to see them watching where they're going to play in the future someday.
Absolutely. I can remember way back when I was able to come to a high school game, and I still remember it's back when we had the fence here. I believe they were playing LCC, and it was just like this, under the lights. Something you don't forget.
Yep, great memories made, and we just showed you. Had an autograph session before the game, so I'm sure that was cool for the kids. Looks like Elida is in. She is onside. She's going straight to goal. The Riders tried to chase her down. Again, she does not get a great shot off. She did have time that time.
She did. She could have taken another touch and gotten a little closer. She's placing the ball very well, but it's just not strong enough to get past Brackman.
Yep, and I do think that was a left-footed shot there, and maybe that was part of it. I'm not sure if she's left-footed or right-footed. I've seen most of her, I think, shots have been right-footed, but could be wrong. She is offside there. It was a deflection on the defender, but not a purposeful touch, so that does not come into play. But Kendall Davis was trying to chase her down on that breakaway there, but didn't quite get to her. But Lexi does not get the shot she wants.
Lexi is really good at seeing what her teammates are trying to create, because she's making that run before her teammate even passes the ball. But that's great chemistry between her and her other teammates there, Elida.
Under 5 minutes here to go in the half. The Riders still up 1-0. Love to see the Riders get another one here. 2-0 lead at halftime. Make a world of difference going into
Absolutely. You know, and I don't know about you, how you felt when you were coaching, but a 2-0 lead for me is always the most tenuous lead. Like, I understand the 1-goal lead, but 2 goals you start, hanging back a little bit. I always like to get 3 goals. Then you can start
Absolutely.
really.
Yep, a little bit of insurance. 2-0, you start to think, yeah, we got this. And you get that in the back of your mind too much. You're going to get a little lazy. You're not going to quite be as pumped up as you were before. So, yeah, you want to get that 3rd goal right away, too.
1 goal, you're still alert. You're still on task. You know it's a close game.
Yeah. Elida gets a nice through ball again. Do have Jacobs back to defend. Lexi smartly plays it away, but Riders are able to win it. And see if they can get it out of there, and they do.
Yep, they were trying to get a little triangle going there, but one corner of the triangle didn't make the move she was supposed to.
Yeah, I didn't know triangles had corners. That's new.
I know, they got 3 of them.
Oh. Thought those were called vertices.
I don't know. I'm a social studies teacher. You're a math guy.
And that is Math Talk here with Rider Nation Station. That's about all you're going to hear.
Didn't realize you were going to learn about shapes tonight, did you, kids?
Tomberlin with a nice through
ball.
Very well weighted pass. Claire Turner can't quite get to it, but it's a dangerous opportunity. The Riders are walking back with their backs to the ball. You don't want to see that. That's definitely something I'm going to be ripping my players at halftime or right now. You never want to take your eyes off the ball unless it's out of bounds. And even when it's out of bounds, you got to be ready for the quick ball.
Well, and when you have a goalie like Elida has shown, she's made mistakes in distributing the ball.
Yeah, and she's been distributing quick.
Yes, and so you want to make sure that you're able to pounce on that. That's where we've gotten a lot of our opportunities, is when they make mistakes on their end, we've been able to capitalize.
Yep, and here we got Piper Triplett fixing the shin guard. Again, I'd love to see her get back in the action, fix that shin guard, but pick that head up and watch so you don't get caught off guard. Turner tries to put a through ball in, but doesn't find anybody.
I'm sure you always cared about your shin guards when you were a player, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, you don't want them to get too low. It just doesn't look good. You got to be stylish on the field.
Right. Well, you don't want to get too big either. Then it just looks bulky.
I watched David Beckham play a little bit too much, and he was a pretty boy, and unfortunately he was my hero for a while, which meant I turned into a little bit of a pretty boy out there on the soccer field.
No.
So yeah, unfortunately you got to have good heroes, got to have good people to look up to, and unfortunately I didn't have the best in that case.
Could have chose like Ronaldinho or anybody else.
No, but then I would have had a lot of fancy footwork, and I would have never passed you the ball. So
nobody passed me the ball anyway. So
good point. Good point. Riders get a goal kick or a corner kick here. See what kind of opportunity they get. Nice in-swinging ball, but no Riders there.
Right on the back post.
Yep, and you'll notice the defender was on that post last night in the boys' game. There was no defender on the post, and Vinny Holtapple put one in right there along the post. So Elida does play with the man on the post for that corner, so ends up maybe saving a goal. Freewalt with the pressure. Not too aggressive, though, to foul, so that's smart. Riders win the ball. Sophie Manker gets the ball, but can't quite find anybody. Keeper slow to come out, so the riders did have a chance. Defenders wanted her to come out, but she didn't quite.
I think Sophie could have been a little bit more patient with that ball.
Yeah, right now the riders are a little bit one-dimensional. We are possessing a little bit, but not as much as we did early on. We're kind of looking for that quick strike over the top.
You know, at the beginning of the game, we got down there, and we were very precise with where we were passing.
Yep, exactly.
And now I think we're rushing it a little bit.
Yep. All right, that is your first half here with the Rough Riders up 1-0 against the Elida Bulldogs. Thank you for tuning in here so far. We'll go to our commercials here, and we'll see you again in the second half.
Albert Sporting Goods. American Legion Post 323, Auglaze Equipment Rental. Capabilities. David Wabacher Attorney. Eagles 767. FCA. Fowler's TV. Freedom Marketing Strategies. Grand Lake Roofing. Guarneri's Pizzeria. Jackalope Stash. Larry Schaff Auto Sales. Laura Yelton State Farm. MHS Alumni Foundation, Miller Funeral Homes, Minster Bank, Plus One Professional Real Estate, Ryder Rooters, Roots Pub, St. Mary's Foundry, Sean Barnett Electrical, Spees Chiropractic and Wellness Center, Spring Street Storage, TSC, and Varsity Lanes.
All right, welcome back. We're about to kick off the second half here. Again, we have the Riders up 1-0 against the Elida Bulldogs. See if there's any changes here for the second half. Looks to be a similar lineup to the first. Not surprising there. And the Elidas are off to some early possession as we saw in the first half.
Elida's still trying to possess out of the back.
Much tighter field here. The Riders are pushing up super high again to start the second half. You do see the hips turn. The defenders are ready to go. They keep playing that ball, that little give and go, don't they?
Yes, they do. They love that.
It's great. It's working for them, too.
There she is. Oh, good defense.
Piper Triplett with a great clear there. Now for throw-in. But you'll notice that striker steps to the ball, plays it back, takes off, turns and run, and a lot of time that ball doesn't even go back to her. It actually goes somewhere else. So the defenders are all kind of watching the ball.
But she's drawing play.
Yeah.
Like, they're aware of her. When she does that, there's still somebody making sure she's manned up.
Yeah, and the eyes are on her and the eyes are on the ball instead of watching that other run being made. Sophia Manker all by herself up here. She does finally get some help, but still not using it. Tries to dribble, but doesn't work. Tom Berlin wins the ball. Needs to make a connection. Probably a handball. There we go. That's kind of the first handball I've seen called tonight. Maybe the first time the refs. Yeah. Sometimes those handballs are obvious to some people, and the refs don't have the best angle.
Well,
and you're not going to guess.
No, and you have to make sure it's in an unnatural position. You know, if it's just there, it's not necessarily a handball.
Yeah, and that's one of those that is very gray area.
Yes.
Like that one there to me looked like it was beside her, but it hit her in the arm instead of going through. So did it affect the play because it hit her arm? Yeah, it did. And it's kind of hard not to call that, but in reality, the rules say natural position. So there's some gray area there, and that's where there's constant controversy with handballs.
Yeah, absolutely. Because some refs, unfortunately, and Elida's off to the races.
A great combination, that give and go that we've been talking about all game. Lexi does not put it where she wants it once again, though, and Brackman has a nice save. Got a replay here. If you watch, she's got some places she can play that, but
absolutely
hits it pretty much right at Brackman.
But what she didn't do in the first half that she's doing now is she took another touch into that box, and she's putting herself in a better position to take that shot now. But she shot it right at Brackman, you know, maybe a little off to the side, but that's a savable ball.
Yeah, and I'm starting to see a little bit why she maybe just a sophomore here. She's got some room to grow. She's given herself great opportunities. She's doing those quick combination plays, getting into space, beating them with speed, slowing it down, calm and cool under pressure, but she's got to put that last piece together where she buries those in the back of the net. And the Riders got to start shutting that down because she's gotten that opportunity.
Oh, and we had a
times.
runner come off the backside there. Yeah, and we see a great ball here come in. And then right off screen, we see Elida play right there. If she gets just a little bit better of a touch on that's a point for Elida.
Riders got to be real careful here, giving the Bulldogs quite a few opportunities, and I have a hard time believing they're not going to put one.
Elida's coming out this second half, you know, ready to play. They're much more tenacious now than where they ended the first half there. They're trying to get that goal back. They're seeing the opportunities, and they're trying to get as much out of them as they can.
Yeah, they're winning just about every 50-50 ball. They're fighting just a little bit harder. Good, no foul call. Definitely not a foul. I agree with you there, sir. I'm sure Elida wants one, but yep, foul for the Riders there. Oh, nope, calls a throw-in. All right, I'll take that. Nice and patient from Jacobs. Ball put in the box.
Oh.
And the ball squeaks into the goal. We said it a minute ago, folks. The Riders have got to stop giving up these opportunities. And nice stop there, but she gets another shot, and the ball sneaks in off the post.
You know, that was a good ball by number 4. That's a good playable ball on the ground. And number 3 does a great job of gathering it back up. It bounced a little bit. She gathered back up. And what a shot. That's a perfect example of placement over power there. Yep,
and that goes back to what we've been saying about this half. Elida just wants the ball more right now. Mm-hmm. And her and Jacobs both had a chance to get that ball, and 3 just decided, nah, I'm going to take it.
Yeah. When you're in there on defense, that's your home. That's your area. You got to protect that.
And we should probably give a little shout-out to number 3, Kylie Wallace, sophomore, for Elida there. Nice goal. And you said 4, Lexi Good played that ball in?
Yes. Yeah, that was Lexi Good right off there on side of the 18. Played a beautiful ball in. Not a cross, not a high cross. It was a good, hard ball on the ground.
All right, let's see if the Riders can come back and assert their dominance here that we saw in the first half. Sometimes you need a little bit of a wake-up call early on.
Yeah. I mean, some teams don't start a half good, you know. How many teams have you coached or been on that you just start flat?
Yeah,
and
unfortunately.
You need a couple minutes.
Yeah, unfortunately, way too many. Tried many different things as a coach to try to fix that, and still have yet to find the formula. I've had another warm-up, you know, at halftime before. Elida gets another through ball in here, another combination play. Lexi Good with the ball, and this time she buries it. Riders are going to have to wake up here real quick.
Yeah. I mean, that's a great run, and she finally found her shot.
Yep. And this one is left-footed.
Left foot.
So still not sure. She might be one of those players that is just really good with both feet because we've seen her use both tonight.
She's on the outside of the goal there, and she hits that back corner. Just a beautiful, beautiful shot into that back corner.
Yep. That's the clinical finish that I'm sure we're going to see from her time after time next year and also in her senior year.
That's what she was missing the first half. She was getting opportunities, but she wasn't doing anything with them. Here, she's gotten 2 good opportunities, and Elida has capitalized on them.
And Elida continues to show their dominance in this half, possessing the ball in the midfield. They do give it up there, but win it right back, and give it right back, and win it right back. And now they're making another run up the field. Riders have got to get something figured out here. Another shot opportunity. Tough angle, so easy save for the keeper. Elida winning the ball. Coach is bringing that energy. You can hear him on the sideline. He's not going to let his girls settle back down. He wants Elida to keep pushing, and it's really shown this half. I said before the game that they usually have high energy, and that we really didn't see it that first half, but we are seeing it now.
No, Elida this second half has really come to play. And hopefully that second goal has woken up our girls. You know, you don't see a whole lot of emotion out of Coach Wilson, but he's calm. He's going to get his girls right, and I have no doubt that they will start getting their possession right here. See, right here is where we got it.
Got a wide opportunity to the left here.
Yep.
She plays it through the middle to Manker. Manker is fighting, and
through.
She's fighting.
She's through.
She's got the skill to be able to get a shot off, and she does, but not enough power, not enough placement to where she wants. But you love that fight. Hopefully that gets the girls fired up a little bit, and that started with Freewalt showing her dominance in the midfield.
Yep.
She's trying to claim it back.
Absolutely, and hopefully that gives the spark that St. Mary's needs right now.
Yeah, I would love to see the ball fly back and forth up and down this field just for excitement reasons. As a coach, I would hate to see that, but it would be very entertaining. Both of these teams, pretty good skill level, pretty decent speed.
I was going to say they're very well-matched teams.
Yeah.
Their strengths play to each other.
Yeah, I would love to be able to zoom out on this field right now, right before that play. Hold on, we'll come back to that. Kendall Davis sprinting, chasing the ball down. Can't quite get the shot off. Unfortunately, her defender caught her a little bit. She had a couple missed touches and doesn't get a shot, but that was a great opportunity. Would love to see her sprung into that a little bit more. I honestly would probably push her a little higher, maybe drop Manker, and maybe that's what they're doing.
Well, she made a beautiful run there, a deep run, and was able to take off. And she did the opposite of what Good was doing in the first half. She took too many touches. If she takes maybe one less touch and a shot, that might be a goal there.
Yeah, and sometimes it's just a missed touch that leads to the ball getting underneath your body, underneath your feet, where you can't get a good shot.
Well, and
off.
like we talked about earlier, she went right through the middle of that box where there's a muddy spot. The field conditions might have played a little bit into that.
Yeah, exactly. We haven't seen that happen much else tonight, but certainly could have right there. Elida gets the ball down the sideline. Lexi Good plays a great drop ball into the top of the box.
St. Mary's is swarming.
Looks to be a little bit of panic out of the Riders defensively. They were pretty calm earlier, but they have reason to panic now.
You're seeing Lexi Good is starting to take over this game for them. Where she was here and there in the first half, she is now really taking full advantage of her opportunities.
All right, and the Riders will try to play it out of the back, but they cannot keep the ball.
They win it back.
Nice
Good ball to the outside.
Claire Turner's got it up the sideline. Hopefully she takes a look. Not a whole lot of help. I'd like to see that ball go back to the midfield a little bit.
Well, there wasn't a whole lot of connection. Emma Freewalt's there now, but when Turner pulled up, there wasn't anybody else there. Yep, obvious offsides there.
Now, Elida has time after time found that, look, to me I would call it an attacking mid, or you could call that a little pivot player. They're finding that player when they win the ball to the defense. They're finding that player just behind the Riders midfield, and she's getting the ball turned, and she's able to make those through balls or make those connections with the striker. There, they've found it again. If I'm the Riders, I'm going to put. Yeah, she's a little tired of that. Yeah. But if I'm the Riders, I'm going to put some sort of defensive mid in there to keep that from happening.
Well, that's where Emma and our other midfielders, they have to start asserting their dominance again.
And you'll see here, Lauren Jacobs steps into that role right now. So maybe a quick adjustment that she's made or coaches have made to take that away. 13 right there is looking to get the ball out here, but Jacobs is there to make sure it doesn't happen here. The Riders are not patient like they were early on. They're kind of forcing things. Maybe it's because Elida's higher energy, taking more things away.
Yeah, that's a very real possibility. They might not have the opportunity to stay back and be as surgical as they were in the first half.
Now, I love what I'm seeing. I tried to say it earlier, but we got cut off a little bit by the quick through ball. But notice how close every single player on this field is. Right now, if we were able to zoom out, you could see that every single player is almost in that attacking third of the field. Elida's defense is past midfield. They're so far up. This is super close.
Yeah, they're all the way up to the edge of the circle there. So,
Yeah.
Which is, if you're trying to attack, is great. But if St. Mary's can get a good out ball to Sophie Manker or any of our other forwards, they can take it off to the races, and they can start the counterattacks that Elida has been doing to us.
Yeah, and you'll notice when the Riders win the ball and we slowly move it up, our defense pushes up as well. So everybody is super close together. Very fun to watch. See it a lot in the pros. Don't see it a whole lot in high school soccer, but I like what I'm seeing from both teams tonight, to be honest with you. Riders trying to play it out, but Elida says no. Lexi Good working her butt off to get it back.
I don't know what Elida's coach said to Lexi Good at halftime, but he did something and lit a fire under her butt because she is playing out of her mind right now.
Yeah, and to be honest, she could have got herself going just because she had so many opportunities in the first half, didn't capitalize, and some players that leads to frustration and negative play. You know, not playing better, playing worse. But in her case, whether it was her coach or herself, she has picked it up and she has fixed that this half. Riders win the ball, but falls back out.
Oh, and we're there to kick it out for a throw-in.
Elida throw in.
If the Riders win the ball here, they do have a chance to counter, but don't have a whole lot of numbers here. Manker gets the ball. Elida is not going to make it easy on her.
And if you look there, and I could be wrong here, but I think I saw number 12 for Elida. I think they hooked Manker. I think they're hooking her so she can't get away from them.
Nice through ball from Freewalt to Holsinger. Holsinger can't quite get it. And I'm going to say it again. Oh, that should be a dangerous play. She's sitting on the ball. Refs do not call it. That is something that was very frustrating if I'm the coach. That's a great free kick opportunity there if the ref calls that.
What we're seeing right now is Elida is really keen on Sophie. That was our kind of key piece in the first half. So other people are going to have to step up here and make those opportunities.
Freewalt's got to be careful. She does get a foul called on her. She's going to have to be careful here not to get a couple more of those, or you'll notice a little extra right here.
Yeah, right there.
And that's what's going to get the foul, if not the first one.
That little elbow there at the end, I think, is what sold it for him.
Yep. But like I was saying, if it's me, I think I'm going to try to get a little bit more speed up top. Holsinger is a great player, but she doesn't quite have the foot speed that they need to get in.
Tried the give and go.
Yeah. Another foul. Carter over here doesn't like it, but I'm in agreement with that one.
And we're trying to get it there. We're getting opportunities. Our offense is starting to figure it out. Hopefully we'll see something here in the next few minutes that we can equalize with.
Yeah. I just think we need a little bit more speed up top if we're going to play those through balls like we have been this half.
Well, we got a couple subs in here.
There's a good run from Turner. She gets into space, plays a great ball in.
Oh.
Keeper makes a good save. If she fumbles that at all, we've got Holsinger in there to poke it in.
But we got 4 or 5 girls standing on the line right now ready to go in. So hopefully we get some fresh legs up there, and that'll help turn the tides offensively a little bit.
We got Liette, got an Anchorman, got Weigel, and 29 would be Riley Anderson into the game for the first time tonight, I think. She'll go in at center back, looks like left back, actually. Elida's still fighting hard, winning a lot of those 50-50 balls still. Sometimes it's the little things that build up into big things.
Well, it sets the tone of the game when you're winning those 50-50 balls. you're giving yourself and your teammates opportunity. And when you're losing those, then those are taking opportunities away. So if you win multiple 50-50 balls in a row, that's going to spur your team on. And I think that's what happened to Elida here in the first half, or second half, sorry.
Lexi Good comes out of the game, hopefully for Elida, hopefully for a quick breather, and I'm sure she'll be back in here pretty quick.
Sure, our defense is happy to see her take a breather for a little bit. We're trying to work this left side here. We're doing a good job of trying to get outside.
Nice quick throw. Weigel gets the ball going down the sideline. She's probably going to look to make a cross. Can't quite get her hips turned to make that cross. The Elida defender makes that difficult for her. Oh, they did give us a corner. All right. Not sure I saw a corner. I don't think Elida saw a corner, but the referee did. Referee is pointing to the corner, so.
All right, he must have seen something we didn't. Must have tipped off a toe or something.
Yep, or he guessed. Because
guessed.
I think Elida kind of showed you there that it was probably a goal kick, but sometimes the players try to influence the refs as well. So.
What? That happens?
Yeah. Nice short ball here. Anderson has it, tries to play it in. Can't get it off her foot. There's dangerous. Don't want to foul there from Triplet. Just get her ball backwards and drop.
Yep, we got our numbers back now, so defensively we can go.
A little bit less organized than what we've seen before, but Elida does get the ball into that final third.
Bulldog throw in. Substitution in the mat. Number 1, Brianna Patrick.
We got some substitutions going on for Elida right now. And they'll have a throw in here down by the flagpole.
Another bump in the back. Triplet's got to be careful with that.
Oh, that's a good. If Elida gets that runner free, that's a dangerous ball from Elida.
It looks like Brackman got a touch on that to knock it wide for the corner.
Yeah, good smart play by Brackman there, but that's a dangerous ball there.
This is the third corner for the Bulldogs tonight. They do have a man here looking to make a run on the near side, but I don't think they're going to use her. They're going to play the ball in the box. Dangerous ball. Riders win it with the shoulder, and they do get out of it. Holsinger's got a little bit of help, but not too much.
She had him right on there, and she didn't have anything in front of her either because all of Elida's defense dropped there. So even if she had gotten free, she was facing 3-4 defenders.
Yep, Kendall Davis is up. I'd love to see her get a little higher and the Riders find her in some space so she can just run past that defense again. I'm sure she wants to get another opportunity, get some revenge on that last shot opportunity she didn't quite take.
Our midfield has to regain their composure here and get our game back because we're just not getting our possession there.
Yeah,
we're not getting the possession to get those balls to Davis.
Yep, Elida just keeps winning the ball back time after time after time. The Riders will have it for a second, but Elida just scraps and claws and fights in there to get it back.
I mean, it's one of those opportunities you don't want to see this from a team like St. Mary's, but if you get an opportunity, you might just have to boot the ball up there just to give your defense some breathing room.
Yeah, time to breathe, time to rest.
Give something for Manker or Davis or one of our other forwards to run onto, just to take some pressure off.
Yeah, sometimes you got to be willing to admit that you are not the better possessing team, and you got to adjust your style a little bit. The Riders have early on tried to possess it up and did a pretty good job at it, but right now Elida is showing that dominance in the middle. So it might be time to make a little bit of a change, and as you said, that long ball might help a little bit.
Like you look right now, the ball's down in our corner, but Holsinger's standing there ready for the ball, but she's got 3 defenders right around her. If she gets the ball, she's not beating all 3 of those people, so she might just have to play the ball to the outside and hope somebody runs onto it.
Yeah, and what she can do, she can make that defense think, because right now the defense is pushed past half field. She can go all the way up to half field and still not be offside. That's what I would be doing if I was her. See if Elida adjust for that, or if they leave her free. And if they leave her free, put that ball in, and she's already got a head start.
If she's not going to go all the way up, why would you adjust?
Yeah, exactly. Riders cannot get the ball out of their end. Having a real hard time. Even on that last ball, they did try to boot it long, and it still didn't get out.
There we go.
Freewalt wins the ball, but can't find that outlet pass.
We can't find the outlet. We're getting everybody back, but then we don't have anybody to get the ball to when we get it out.
Yep, another ball played by Freewalt out, but goes right to Elida's feet. Part of the reason is they're pushing high, so there's not a lot of space for Sophie and
there we go. There's a good clear.
And Holsinger to get the ball.
Okay, that can give us some breathing room there. There we go. There you go. There
Love
you go.
it from Holsinger. The hard work. That's what the Riders need. Now they're pushing up on the backside here. Weigel's making a great run if we can find her. Can't quite get it across there. Kendall Davis does not want it out. Freewalt doesn't want it out. The Riders need to keep working to keep it down there. Davis puts the ball in. Anchor finds it. Gets a shot off, but not the shot she wants. Weigel was following, so that's great. I love the speed I see from Weigel out here on the backside.
Absolutely. She made a great run coming from the defensive end. If we'd have been able to get across there, she would have been right there in a good position.
Oh, a nice give and go would have been great there. Holsinger doesn't quite see it. Jacobs steps up, but loses the ball. That means there's only 3 back. Davis covers for her quite well, though. All right, the Riders have got to build something here. Fortunately, Anderson gives it away. All right. I missed that one, but was a holding call. Not quite like football, but pretty similar. No 5-yard penalty.
Oh, wait a minute. We don't have yards in soccer?
Jacobs with the free kick. Puts it into space for Weigel to run onto.
There you go.
And
Good.
the ball goes
Good
out
pressure.
for a corner.
Good
So
pressure.
Riders need to get something here. Get back into this game. Clock is ticking. Down to 17 minutes. Still got time, but
There we go. Good.
the way this game's been going,
Yep.
need to get it back here pretty soon. Anchor trying to create something, takes a long shot. And these are the points in the game where I like to see it get a little bit more surgical, like
Yes.
you were talking about in the first half. Looking to create something. The Riders have the skill to do it. They have the possession abilities.
That shot that Manker took it was a nice shot, but it's not a high percentage shot. You need to get that worked in there a little closer. Gives you a better angle, a better shot. You don't have to hit it quite as hard, and you can worry about placement.
Yeah, every once in a while you want to see that.
Yes.
But when the Riders haven't had much of an opportunity in the last 10, 15 minutes, you want to see it.
And that was a
little
good
bit better.
shot. It took a good bounce, and it made the keeper have to think for a second. But most of the time, those aren't going to give you anything.
Kendall Davis working hard to get the ball back.
There we go. Good
And
pressure. Good
does.
pressure. Yep,
Now
down the
quick
sidelines
throw.
from Manker.
Weigel needs to make that run in the middle, and
Yep,
she does.
She does.
Manker tries to find her.
We got somebody else coming
Holsinger.
through. Oh.
All right, good look. Those are the looks that's going to help the Riders get a goal back.
Yep, that's good right there. If that goalkeeper bobbles it, we had 2 people right there crashing to get an opportunity, and that's what we want.
Liette covers there. This triplet makes a run up. Doesn't quite get the ball she wants. Fortunately, now she's got to bust her butt to get back. Liette
Now we see
knocks
the
a
ball
long
back. See some pressure now from the Riders, trying to keep the ball down in this end.
Now, have you noticed these last 5-7 minutes, the Riders have kind of been dominating here. Notice 4 is still not back on the field. Coincidence? Perhaps.
Of course, now you say that, and Elida almost gets an opportunity.
Almost. Question, how many points you get for almost?
Well, it depends. Are we playing horseshoes?
Elida gets that run from the midfield. 13 gets the shot off, and Brackman makes it look easy.
Oh, nice punt by
Not
Brackman,
much of
but
a
nobody
midfield.
there.
The
Nobody
Riders
there.
have 4 players up here on this back line.
That's what you got to see. One of your forwards or your midfielders has to make that run back to win that ball. That's supposed to be a 50-50 ball, but there was no riders in that area to make it a 50-50 ball.
Yep. Kendall Davis wins the ball with some hard work.
There we
Dribbles
go.
out of the
There
back,
we go.
looking to spring somebody in. Only one person running, Claire Turner.
Yeah, we got a throw in.
Going to have a whole bunch of subs here. They've been waiting for a while. Lexi Good back in the game. That's not good news for the Riders. Got Reese Rabel stepping on. Got Tom Berlin back in the game, and Jillian Jacobs as well.
Notice that Weigel, the freshman, is still on the field. She might have curried some favor with Coach with some of her good runs.
Yeah. Sometimes just a little bit of hard work and smart play can make a huge difference. Coaches tend to not care how old you are, what grade you are when you're working your butt off.
Absolutely.
Tom Berlin steps to the ball, see if she can keep possession.
Oh,
Finds Weigel, not quite.
good ball.
Good shoulder-to-shoulder play there from Tom
There you
Berlin.
go. Finds Weigel, back two.
Good
Good
combination
combos
play.
there. Good combos
This is what
there.
we want to see. Let's keep it, though. Keep that pressure. Somebody step hard to that. Good, Davis. Oh, she definitely gets fouled.
Yep, there we go.
Here's a good
There's
opportunity. Hopefully the Riders do something with it.
Now, right here, when you have a free kick like this, what do you want your kicker to do?
Well, first, I want them to look quick. Can they go quick? Is the other team arguing the call? Is the other team distracted, upset, mad, not paying attention? If they can go quick, you find another teammate that's ready for the quick ball, and you go. If not, you get your 10 yards. And if it's me, I'm floating up a ball here around the PK, on frame. She was supposed to wait for the whistle. He kicked it. She kicked it right as the whistle was blown, and the ref says play. Everybody else stops. That's why you got to kind of pay attention to the whistle.
That's a killer.
Yep, that was a waste there, unfortunately for the Riders. Didn't take long to find Lexi Good's feet.
Nope.
She's got number
defender
13
tripped.
running. They did call that a foul, so no goal here. She got the shut off. They're calling a foul on Lexi.
Boy. What did I miss?
Triplet hit the ground, but we don't necessarily know exactly what happened. It's a little far for us.
Yeah.
Unfortunate for Elida, but thankful for the Riders there.
Yeah, because she was free in our box, and that's a shot you don't want her taking.
Riders looking to go quick. You can see them starting to press a little bit, getting a little nervous, getting a little antsy. Need to be patient. There's still enough time. Almost 12 minutes to go. Got some width here with Weigel.
Oh,
Can't
right idea,
connect
bad
it.
ball. Right idea, bad ball. They're looking for Weigel on the outside. They hit that just a little bit to the back foot of the defender, and Weigel's making a good run to the box then.
Elida trying to possess it out, but the Riders have woken up a little bit, winning these balls back. Great run from Turner. Can't connect the pass, though.
But like you said, for the last probably 10 minutes, we've had good possession in their end. Other than that one run we just saw from Good.
There it is. A great ball.
Oh.
Great run. Great shot. But wow, what a save. You're going to want to watch this highlight, folks.
Yeah.
Great turn. You'll watch this little flick from Rabel. Freewalt knows it,
One-handed.
and the keeper makes a miraculous save. That is a great build-up from the Riders, though.
Yeah,
That's stuff you see in the pros, folks.
Absolutely. That's a good pass, good flick, and Emma is right there to try and slot
Don't
it
foul. Don't foul her. That's a great spot for her to keep going backwards. You don't want to foul. Freewalt's got to be careful there. Looking to spring Good in, but the Riders collapse on the through ball.
in. Oh, and here comes Weigel. Trying to disrupt from her wing position.
I love when a winger gets back to help the defense. That's what she did there. Elida tries to play it through, but
Good,
can't
smart
connect with
play,
Good.
smart play.
I love Turner's work rate over there tonight. She is certainly having a big impact on the game tonight. Kelly Holswinger comes in for Weigel. I'd love to see Weigel get back in this game here in a few minutes after a rest.
Absolutely. I mean, and you saw us. The game plan didn't change just because she was on the field. We were still going down that left side almost exclusively. We maybe had one or two opportunities on the right side.
Rabel trying to get the ball. Elida keeps it. 13 and 4 have made great connections tonight.
Offside.
Calls an offside. The crowd is not happy. Real shocker there. Very, very rarely are the crowd or the coach happy about an offside call against their team.
I thought the crowds loved offsides calls.
Elida wins the ball back quick. 13 has quickly, in the last 10 minutes, really shown me that she is a top-notch player. I'm sure she'll get some honors later on this year. I have no idea what her stats are, but just based on her play.
Oh, we got a good ball in the back. There we go. Holsinger's got it, making a run up the side.
All right, the Riders win a throw in here. And Pat, 13 is a freshman. Savannah Swickrath. Very, very bright future
Freshman and
for
a sophomore.
Elida.
I mean, 13's had a heck of a game and good as a sophomore. Elida has a bright future in their attack.
Riders trying to keep the ball down here. Elida desperately trying to clear it, but can't. Ball's going to roll out for a corner kick. All right, this is time. There's 8 minutes left. The Riders need one here.
What are you calling here? Front post, back post?
If this is me, I'm sending everybody but 2 guys in, 2 girls in, and I'm getting this goal back right now. And I'm just putting numbers in the box. I'm just throwing everybody in. I'm not sure we have the skill level to put it front post or back post exactly where we want it, so I'm just throwing it in the box and throwing everybody in there.
Well, and that's, oh, almost got the lob ball.
Jacobs with a shot there, just misses, but
sometimes those corners, that's what you got to do. You just got to create chaos and a toe poke.
Yeah, and
toe poke gets you goal.
Nearly what happened there. Lots of numbers thrown at the ball, but can't quite get what they want. Riders need to keep it down here, keep pushing. There has been a slight shift in the game here.
Yeah. Here we go, see?
Easy ball.
The Elida goalkeeper did not get very many goal kicks yet this half, but in the first half, that was her weakness. And we took advantage of it again if we can get this ball through to somebody.
Need some back post runs. Need to find a big switch. We do have numbers on top of the box as well. We can drop it out.
We got another corner.
Out for a corner. This will be the Riders' 4th corner of the night. Again, see what kind of numbers they get in the box. We do have a short opportunity. Jillian Jacobs stepping to the ball, looking for short. But Maker puts it in anyway, and it's a dangerous ball.
Right through the middle of the 6.
And
right through the middle of the 6.
That's a missed opportunity for the Riders because not a single Elida player touched it.
No, that's one of those you don't know how nobody touched it. Because not an Elida player or a St. Mary's player touched it, and it went right through the 6. If I'm Elida's goalkeeper coach, I am up in arms because if that is the 6, your goalkeeper's got to have that ball.
Every single time. At least got to scream and get a hand on it. Intimidate a couple players to get out of the way.
Punch it, tip it, but you got to get it in there. The 6 is your home on a corner kick.
Yep. Things are getting a little frantic here. Both teams can sense the clock is ticking. All right, Elida's got a chance to get out of it here. Great combination. You can tell what kind of team they want to be. And as these girls get older, they're certainly going to be a good team, a good force in the WBL. OG and Shawnee is going to have to watch their back. Again, nice combination play to get out.
Oh, say what you want about Elida. We got a good freshman class as well and a couple good people that are young as well. You know, Emma's a senior, Manker's only a junior, so, you know, they're older, but we got a lot of fresh talent coming up as well.
I was trying to support the Elida folks here that are listening at home, Pat.
Well, you didn't want to do that first half. Why do you want to do that now?
I'm certainly a Riders fan. I'm just trying to talk them up a little bit.
Okay, I thought you were a homer. You said first half you were a homer.
Well, who's winning? Elida's winning, so.
Well, it doesn't matter. Riders still got a chance.
Fairweather fan.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
All right, the Riders are not going to let Elida get an opportunity back there. Piper Triplett wins the corner. Manker brings it along the sideline. She does have a great run from Rabel, but doesn't quite find her, but keeps possession.
There you go.
Tom Berlin tries to clear it. Bounces off the Elida head. She is down, and because it's off the head, the ref's going to stop it.
Yep.
He's stopping the clock, and we'll check on her here. Gives the teams a little bit of a moment. If I'm coach, I'm calling them over here, having a quick pep talk, maybe a quick game plan change.
Absolutely.
And getting them ready to go here. There's a great time to talk things over, get a sip of water.
And this is something, that was a hard ball off of our defender's foot. And that's something you don't like seeing, especially in this. It's a good, hard game. You don't want to see a good player like that go down and maybe affect the game later on. Hopefully she's all right and can get back up. I don't think she's probably not going back in. She's still down. So.
And that is number 18, I believe. That is Delaney
like
Blaine. Hopefully she's okay, sophomore. Coaches are having a chat with their players.
Yeah, she's up and talking, but she hasn't gotten up off the ground yet. I think they're just giving her a minute, hopefully.
Our athletic trainer, Molly Renner, out there doing work. Hasn't had much to do tonight, but always nice to have her around just in case moments like this. Both teams are back on the field, ready to go, but we are still waiting on the injured player here. So, what do you think, Coach, here? We got 4.5 minutes. Your team's down 1. Forget about playing styles here. What are you doing in this situation?
I'm getting the ball up as quickly as I can. I'm getting, just like you said with the corner, I'm getting everybody up there. It doesn't matter if you lose by 1 or you lose by 5. You played for Dave, and anybody that plays for Dave or Dave acolytes knows the right or push. You got to get you guys up there. So, they've been playing with 4 defenders for most of the night. You might go to 2 or 3 defenders, try and get some numbers up there, try and get something poked through, and so you can tie this game up.
Yeah. So are you thinking continue to try to build up, possess up, and find your chances that way, or are you going more long ball?
At this point in time, you got a little bit of time to possess, but you're going to have to think about starting to go long ball. You got Sophie Manker that can make runs. You got Kendall Davis that can make runs. You got our wings that have proven time and time again you can make runs. So I would be looking out wide, getting that ball to flag to our players so they can get it in there. Spread out that Elida defense. We're not going to dribble through, and we've tried doing that. It's not working right now. Okay, try and spread out the defense and try and get them a good cross in to where our people, whether it's Emma Freewalt, whether it's Sophie Manker, whether it's Kendall Davis, whoever else is in the center there, can get something on the ball and get a goal.
Yep. And we got a drop ball here because the ball, the whistle was blown in the middle of play. So Riders had the possession, so the ball is dropped right to them. And that player can dribble, pass, they can even shoot. Only thing they can't do is score directly from that kick. So Riders trying to get a couple more chances here. If you ask me, I'm putting my top speed on the top line, and I'm putting through balls because the way the Elida defense has played tonight is playing super high, and they're giving some chances over the top. So we'll see what the Riders do.
It's been interesting. The past couple minutes, I must have missed it, but I don't see Lexi Good out there for Elida. Because that run right there, that's not her. So I'm interested to see maybe they're going a little bit more defensive.
Yep, and you see that sometimes professionally, but to me, I'm keeping my most dangerous striker there just simply to play through balls, long balls. Like if I'm Elida,
to take pressure off the defense.
Yeah, exactly. We want the ball to be in St. Mary's side as much as possible. So you put that strong striker, and you just send balls long and let her try to hold up possession, keep the ball down there as long as possible. So I'm not sure if she picked up an injury or if she's getting a quick rest here or what's going on. But, yeah, I certainly would want to see Lexi Good in the game. All right, 13 wins the ball. Holds up possession. They play the ball to the corner. She's probably offside. As long as she doesn't go to it, she's fine. 13 can run onto it and we'll be just fine. All right. Coach isn't happy about the decision.
Well, because it gives Elida the ball back.
Yep, and they're going to hold it in the corner very smartly. 13 is a brilliant player. I told you 10 minutes ago, Peaches, she just took that ball to the corner, held it. The second the Rider player came to defend her, she kicked it off of her feet out for the corner.
See, if I was Elida here, they get this corner kick. Would you not go short? Oh, never mind.
Obviously not, because they just put it in the back of the net.
Never mind.
Yeah, But yeah, Peaches going short there and holding it in the corner.
Short and just holding it there
yep.
and wasting time. But they obviously know better than I do because they just scored off of it.
But if the replay here shows right, we do have an own goal. I think maybe off Jacob's head there. Brackman makes a tip save, but unfortunately it goes off Jacob's backside.
That's exactly what you were talking about earlier. You wanted to get all those guys up for our corner kick. That's what happens in corner kicks. You don't get goals off of open shots in a corner kick, very rarely. It's off of those second or third balls that bounce around in there.
Yep, and the Riders did what we asked just a minute ago, taking one of the defenders, pushing her up. Piper Triplett comes up into the attack, and right away the Riders try to find her on the kickoff, but unfortunately it might be too late. Down 2 goals here.
Well, hey, I've seen people score
Claire
quicker
Turner.
right here.
What a touch from Turner.
Oh.
Gets a pretty good shot, but tough angle, so the keeper saves it. Wow, she flew through that back line. Love what I'm seeing from Turner tonight.
Yeah.
She's got some fire.
Yeah, absolutely. Good intensity. From whistle to whistle, she's playing really hard.
Yeah, very easy. Down 3-1. 2 minutes left in the game to just kind of shut her down and quit. But Turner says, no, I'm not done. Unfortunately, the Riders get the ball back. Elida's going to milk that clock.
Yep, and they got
Smart tactics here. Luckily, nowadays in high school, you can't sub and kill the clock that way. Clock stops on those occasions, so that's great. But Elida wins a corner, so they're going to milk this clock even more. We're down to 1:20 and here. They're probably going to take off 20 more seconds before they even play the ball.
Mm-hmm. And that's the thing, as a coach. You can't. There's nothing you can do.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's a reasonable amount of time that they have to play it. But
here's what you asked for: just the last corner. They play short and they just keep possession. They just hold the ball. Probably not the wise choice to play that ball in. Probably could take more time off the clock, but very smart play. Good call there, Coach.
Yeah, I make one every once in a while.
All right, the Riders, they need to just spray it long and hope something good happens, but they need to put more numbers up, and they got to get a good ball in.
Yeah, that's the thing. We're not getting a good touch on the ball. We're not creating the opportunities now. There was that good 10-15 minute period where we were creating, and now we're not.
Yep. And it gets real hard as that clock ticks down.
Yep.
You panic a little bit. The other team knows all they have to do is slow you down. They don't need the ball at all.
No.
So she's probably just going to boot this out smartly.
This would be an old Dave Rink parking lot ball.
Yep. Riders looking to get one more shot off here, but can't quite find it. Well, that'll do it, folks, tonight. Elida Bulldogs was the better team. They get a 3-1 victory. And they are pretty happy about that. I don't know about you, Coach, but that was a pretty fun game to watch.
It really was.
I've seen a lot of not so entertaining games this year, but this was not one of them. Had a lot of fun here tonight. Elida's got some young players. They've got a great playing style. I love their possession, their combination plays. The Riders did it at times, so we know it's there for them as well. But Elida, their playing style, I got to be honest with you, I think they can do some dangerous things in the playoffs.
It's very easy when you have a player as good as Sophie Good. You can tell how good she's going to be.
Lexi Good, yes.
Lexi Good, sorry. Lexi Good is. To just play her the ball and let her go. But they're trying to build and create opportunities and use her in that kind of style, and that's great.
Yeah, go ahead.
And we played a great game. Just didn't go our way. Second half, Elida came out, and they were fired up, and we just did not have an answer for them the second half.
Yeah, and the girls really started to play off of Lexi Good. At first half, you and I were only talking about Lexi, and then as the game went on, we started to notice these other players that were playing off of her. So their playing style is great. I don't know about you, but I hate kick and chase soccer.
Yes.
None of my teams are allowed to play kick and chase soccer. Every once in a while we use it. But we didn't see kick and chase tonight.
No.
From both sides, both the Riders and Elida, and that's the kind of soccer I like to watch. It's way more entertaining if you ask me. It's not just the ball flinging up and down the field. Possession soccer, finding the opportunities to play it long, but not constantly.
There's a time and place for the long ball, and you don't want to play kick and chase all the time. but you have to have that in your repertoire, okay? Because you can see it would have been very easy. You play the ball to Lexi good, she's off to the races, and we didn't have anybody to really match her. But we were able to find our opportunities through our own ways and get good shots, good opportunities. Hats off to whatever Elida's coach said to them at halftime, because he really got them fired up.
Yep, like I said before, Mitch Montfort, great energy from him. Love to see how they fought. I think Elida's going to be dangerous in the playoffs. Riders have some things to fix. They've got a great coaching staff. I'm sure they're going to work on some things.
Absolutely.
They've shown several years in a row that they have the potential to make deep runs in the playoffs. So Coach will go back to the drawing board here. Not a bad loss tonight.
No.
Certainly not what you want, but Riders played well. I expect to see them build from this and hopefully are dangerous in the playoffs as well.
Yeah, nothing to be disappointed about, and hopefully this gets them focused this far into the season, and they can get going here for a good run in the playoffs.
Yep. All right, well, that's all we have for you tonight, folks. Thanks for joining in. Thanks for joining Rider Nation Station. Thanks to all our help here, Rhett, Carter, Logan. Great work tonight. Other than our tent just about blowing away, had a great night, beautiful evening. Thanks for joining us. Have a good night.
Thanks for watching another episode of Rider Nation Station. Help us help you by subscribing on YouTube or following us on Facebook.